What's up, everybody? Back for another video today. I know it's been like a week and a half, so I apologize. Hopefully I'm not too rusty, but we're back, man, and I missed you guys. So yeah, I'll be honest, that time I've been away, it's gone by fast, and I just haven't really had much to talk about, man. I've just been living life and had some snowstorms, but we back. So yeah, heading to the gym right now, and it just dawned upon me. I really wanted to talk about like marriage for some reason. And I'm not married, you know, I've never been married. So I by no means am an expert through this. Like, I'm not a lawyer or nothing, but I'm just gonna give you guys my 2 cents on it. And that's really the whole point of this YouTube channel, is I'm just shooting the shit with you guys, you know, so take everything with a grain of salt. But yeah, so should you get married or not? Man, that's a really tough one. The thing is there's never going to be a yes or no, right? Like, it does vary so much on the individual and your situation, and also the partner that you meet. So but understand that, like, nowadays it's a whole different ball game, man. Like, so let's take it all the way back, okay? Back in the day, man, way back in the day, okay, they used to have what was called arranged marriages, right? And part of this was because, like, this is back when, like, women couldn't vote, I believe. Like, they just believed, and I'm not saying I agree with this, I'm just, like, saying how it used to be. They believed that women were too emotional and they couldn't be trusted to vote, you know, because men were logical. Women are emotional. Like, they base decisions off of feelings and how they feel in that moment. That's just how they are, guys. Don't kill me now. But so what would happen was, you know, like, the brother, the uncle, the dad, they would go and choose the guy that their daughter, sister, or whoever would marry, because they didn't trust a woman to make that decision. Okay, again, I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that's, you know, because I do believe we should all be able to choose who we want to be with. But that's how it used to be. So fast forward to now, we all get to choose, like, who we want to be with. And that's a great thing, right? But with that, there's so many options out there, especially now in the social media day and age. Like, I like to compare it to, like, going out to eat, you know? So if you're going to, like, a quick little, say this is like the 90s or early 2000s, you're going to this little, like, what do they call it? Like a snack shack or something. Let's just call it that. And they have, like, burgers, fries, hot dogs, pizza, and you know, so that's all they have, right? Good old American food. And that's all you get to pick from. Well, it's going to be very easy to decide what you want, you know? You're like, okay, I'm not in the mood for hot dogs. I'm not in the mood for cheeseburgers. I kind of want pizza. Boom, I'll get pizza. Whereas if you go to a restaurant that has like 100 items on the menu, brother, you're never going to pick the right one. Or you're always going to wonder, okay, this meal was good, but I wonder if that would have been better. And that's kind of where we're at today with marriage, you know, because back then you just met people locally. Whoever was in your neighborhood, your hometown, like, that's who you met, or at work. Now, and it's a gift and a curse, but now you can meet anybody, man. You get online, you can meet literally anybody. Like, they could live 2 hours away, they could live all the way across the country, man. It does not matter. You can meet them. And so it's great, you know, but as a guy, you're competing with every single dude out there, man, that is probably taller than you, makes more money than you, maybe he's better looking, like, you know, maybe he has better assets. Like, you have to compete against him, even if he lives 2 hours away. Like, if you live next door to a girl, she might go for that guy because they could talk every day, and then eventually, you know, they could move in together. And there's nothing you can really do about that. She just likes him more. And the same could go for like the women, you know. It goes both ways. So I say all that to say, like, we have an abundance of options nowadays, and it's like, man, dude, are you ever going to be happy? Because I think, like, people used to be happier back in the day, man. Like, I'm all about simplicity and living a simple life. Like, in fact, I watched this video yesterday, man, of one of my favorite lifters, and he was talking about, like, happiness is created, man. Like, you don't arrive to something or, like, achieve a goal and then all of a sudden you're happy. Like, no, that's not how it goes. There's people who are absolutely rich, man. These rich actors, they could buy me and you and sell me and you over 100 million times, man, and they are miserable. They drink every night, they're on a bunch of cocaine. It doesn't matter. Like, their marriages suck. You guys see it all the time, man. These celebrities get married and divorcing. Like, it doesn't ever work out. These people are miserable. But, you know, you might have like an old neighbor across the street. He doesn't have much, but he has everything he needs. He has a roof over his head. He's got food on the table. He's got amazing family members, a job that he likes. He's the happiest man on earth because he's grateful for everything and he focuses on the positives. So, I'm getting off topic here, but yeah, like, so, but that's what it is, right? And so, having all these options is almost like a bad thing, man. Like, if you're not careful with it. I mean, because it's never going to end, right? There's no such thing as a perfect person. There's no such thing, like nothing's perfect, right? God is perfect. That's it. But none of us are perfect. And so you're never going to find the perfect partner. It just does not exist, man. Like, that's why they call it settling down. You do have to settle to a certain extent. And I know a lot of people hate that word nowadays. They think it's just like bad, or you're being lazy, or you're a loser. But like, no, it's okay to settle. Because, listen, there's 8 billion people on this planet. And, you know, I'm burping up the pre-workout. But you can meet. That's why I refuse to believe there's the one, right? Like, I used to think God picked our spouse for us, but we do have free will. And so I think it's up to us to make the decision, right? And maybe you're never going to get it right fully. But, you know, you can have a type and have things that you want, and then you go for it. But you mean to tell me with 8 billion people on the planet, there's not, let's say, like, let's just throw a number out there. There's not 20 people who would be your type and that you'd be compatible with and be able to work it out with. Like, of course there is, dude. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Like, mathematically, it's common sense. Because, see, the thing is, man, like, a lot of it is Hollywood and movies. They showcase marriage, and it's like, you know, like, they get married, it's a happy ending, and then, like, the movie ends, right? But it's like, in reality, that's when the work starts. And I always say, man, nothing should change. Like, if you guys are dating and your boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, or you guys are engaged, like, getting married after that, your relationship dynamic should be the exact same. You should still court your girl. You should still take her out on dates, you know, whenever you guys can afford. Like, that should never change. You guys should still have the same banter. You got your hobbies, she has her hobbies, you know, like, you guys know when to give each other space, but you guys also enjoy each other's company. Like, whether you put a ring on it and say I do, like, that needs to remain the same. I see so many failed marriages in the first year of being married, and I just wonder if it's because, like, people maybe just change, or they just, in their head, they just, maybe they feel like they don't have freedom. Like, I don't know what it is, because, again, I've never been married, but that right there scares me. And, man, I think a lot of, like, people in my age category are, like, really nervous to get married, and I don't blame them, because, like, the divorce rates are going up, and I think like 80 to 90% of divorces are initiated by women. And listen, I love my women, okay, but they are like different than us, you know, like, they think differently, they feel differently. And it's dangerous, man. If you don't get the right girl, like, your life could really be ruined, man. I see, why do you guys think, like, men don't live as long, and then there's way more suicide rates for men? Like, dude, they get absolutely cooked in the courts, dude. Like, man, we could, like, if you guys don't sign a prenup, what the fuck are you doing, man? I'm sorry, because, like, I've seen it so many times. I mean, look at the UFC champion right now. UFC lightweight champion, Ilya Topuria. Him and his wife look like the happiest couple ever. And, you know, he rises to he's at his peak right now, man. Double weight champ. Rich as hell, man. Undefeated. And then now she wants to divorce him. And she's claiming, oh, he's abusive, but if you pay me, I won't release anything. Like, come on, bro. We all know what that is. We all know that she went in and she got jealous of him, because there's a lot of sources out there. She got jealous of his success because she came from a rich family, didn't have to fucking work for anything. And he had to work hard for his goals. And then what happened was, I'm sure she came in all aggressive, I want a divorce. And then he got mad, like, what the fuck, you want a divorce? Because they have a kid together. I think they have another one coming on the way. And then so he was probably like, what the fuck? And then I'm sure she recorded him, because they'll deceive you, man. They set you up all the time. We see it in documentaries. And then boom, that's her version of him lashing out, being abusive. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened. More is going to come out with it, but man, these women can be very manipulative and deceiving. And I mean, look at like Johnny Depp's situation, man. Like, look at that shit show. So, and there's some horrible men out there too, guys. It's not all one way, but you just gotta be very careful. Like, if I don't know, man. It's just when you involve the government in anything, really, it can get very sketchy. And yeah, like, I'm signing a prenup. If I ever get married, like, I plan on doing that, because I've seen so many people just lose everything, man. Like, and listen, like, if you have a kid with someone and they're doing the labor, like watching the kid, then I do believe, like, you do owe money, man. You should support the child and stuff like that. I don't disagree with that at all. But what's yours before that marriage should stay as that. Like, man, like, that's why you should sign a prenup. Like, I own a house, I have a vehicle, right? I have assets. And, you know, if I just go in and get married and then a year later she's not feeling it, or she's bored, or she has 100 dudes hitting her up, and then one guy just, like, you know, maybe makes her feel a certain way, and it's like, now she wants out, right? And guess what? She's got me by the balls. I have no power. I have no control. Like, I've seen guys lose their house. I've seen guys lose half their income. And I don't know about you guys, but in this economy, I can't live off of half my income. So I'm not risking that. And if it's the right girl and she loves me for me, she's not going to want me for my assets, right? She's going to love me for me. And I don't know if that exists anymore, but, like, it goes both ways. A prenup is not put in to only protect a man. It's in to protect a woman too. Like, she should want her assets protected too. Like, and I hate when people say, like, well, if you sign it or you do this or that, then you're already expecting it to fail. How many marriages without prenups have failed, right? Whether you sign it or not, there's still a chance it could fail. But at least if it does, man, you have the peace of mind of knowing that you're protected. Why the hell do you think people have insurance? I don't have car insurance because I plan on wrecking, or house insurance because I plan on a tree falling over and destroying my house. But I have it for peace of mind. You know, I got a warranty on my truck for that reason. I don't plan on the fucking engine or transmission going out, but man, you never know. Like, life is crazy. And man, I've been cheated on twice. Like, anything could happen. And I tell you what, like, I think, so I'm 24, and my grandparents' generation, like, even if the marriages were toxic, they stayed together. Like, my grandparents been married for 51 years. They love each other. But I do know that not everybody from that generation was probably happily married, but they didn't really divorce like that back then. So I feel like our parents saw that and was like, oh, everybody gets married, everybody has kids, everybody settles down and lives happily ever after. But now, like, that, they're like our parents' generation, man, like Gen X, you're just seeing so many divorces, same with millennials. And it's really waking us up to where now we're taking a step back, people in Gen Z, and we're like, oh my gosh, you mean to tell me like everything I worked my whole life for to own and could just be taken away from me, or at least half of it, just like that, just because a woman isn't feeling it anymore, you know? It's like, I'm sorry, man, but that's just like, that's crazy. And it almost lets you know right then and there, like, if somebody doesn't want to sign a prenup, it almost lets you know, like, what are they really in it for then? Like, do they even love you? I mean, they're not even willing to do that. So I would just caution you guys, if you do want to get married. And look, I'm a Christian, so I get it. Like, in a perfect world, I want to get married. I want to meet my wife and, you know, the mother of my children, and I want to get married with them. I want to have kids, have a beautiful family, and I want to do everything the right way. But it's like, it's so different nowadays, man. You just really got to watch out for yourself, because I've seen so many girls that come off that way, like they're really good people. But social media has changed everybody. And I don't even know if it's women's fault, but it's like, if you look at all the attention and likes and compliments they get on the daily, you wonder why their egos are so big. Like, and it could be the same with men too. Like, men who are like successful and they look good and they have money and they get a lot of attention, it's like you feel that sense of power. And so, like, back then, you know, you work through your problems with your spouse, whereas nowadays it's like people will just be like, oh, you're gonna treat me like that, huh? Well, I can replace your ass real quick. Like, because look at all these girls on my inbox, look at all these guys in my inbox, and it never ends. And it's like, man, people will do that. So I've seen people switch up. I've had best friends for years, man, that have switched up. And it sucks, because a relationship is built on trust, but it's like, when it involves like everything you worked your whole life for, you gotta look out for that. I'm sorry. And if it's meant to be, you know, you guys will be on the same page and it'll work out. But if not, it won't. And just ask them, like, dude, if you were in my situation, how would you feel knowing that I could just take everything away from you like that one day if I don't want to be with you anymore, and I'll divorce you, and I could take everything from you? Like, now what? Like, they wouldn't like that. So yeah, it's just like insurance, man. It's a peace of mind. Like, you want to make sure you're protected. That way you can go in, you both are like, okay, if something ever does go wrong, like, I have what I had before I met you, you had what you had before you met me. We don't have to worry about that now. There's no like leverage. Whereas if like, don't piss me off or I'll divorce you and I'll take everything, that's never gonna work, right? Nobody can have that kind of power. Like, you guys have to go into it together being like, hey, we love each other and we have the peace of mind. We're gonna work on it now. And I think more people are gonna do that, which is awesome. And I think more people are going to, you know, start, like, I don't think there's going to be as many marriages anymore, but I think the ones that do happen, they should start working out more. But then again, I don't know, man. It's a crazy world. So, but man, I could yap on this forever. So I'll probably just leave it at that. Pre-workout's hitting me. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all in the next one. So thank you for watching. And let me know what you want me to talk about next. Peace.